No, it's working out now.
I know that's right.
All right, let's see if anybody chimes in. We've been disappointing the people. I apologize. We were under a bridge. We couldn't get service. I recorded the video. I couldn't get it uploaded. You know, got Matt McCabe. Man, I hadn't seen you, McCabe, in a while, brother. It's been a while. You don't have to do that ad thing. They just come in. That's the
I'm trying to get the light on you and me.
All right, so people coming in. JJ Span. That's your girl. That's your lady, JJ Span.
Oh, hey, Miss JJ Span. How you doing?
David Fountain, Linda Odom. Thank y'all for coming on. Buddy from the House of Hope Mission Mart.
Kim Watkins. How y'all doing?
Yep. Andrea Butler, hello. The board's going to have to go. The board of the House of Hope is going to do a homeless week thing, Andrea, so be prepared. Heather Stevenson for the Salvation Army checking in with us. So, all right, folks, this is probably my boy Eric Boss. What's up, Eric? This is probably going to be our last go live. We may go live on the road home tomorrow. I don't want, you'd have to hold the camera. I don't want to drive, but
no, we're going to ask Chris for his GoPro, and he's going to mount it up on the dash for us. How about that?
So, just to recap, we got moved along. I do want to emphasize that the sheriff was firm but nice, told us what to do. We did it. There was no other dialogue or exchange. The biggest, like I said, disheartening thing is what's up, Fred? Was that it was 5:45. We couldn't get in any other shelters. My brother John.
My sister ICT, I see you in there, girl.
But at 5:45, you can't check into any shelters. And we were downtown. We had pillows and stuff, and we couldn't go anywhere. So just need some direction. But that's been something the whole week. The culmination of the whole week is we haven't been getting a lot of guidance and direction from the people. Now, the homeless people have been giving us all kinds of guidance and direction. But anyway, today was the day, y'all. The reason that I put out that we were going to have a special go live is because what we came for here, or a couple things that we came for here, happened, and it was a culmination at a thing called Church Under the Bridge. And so here locally, there's a group, and they have Church Under the Bridge. Now, I don't know if they have another church, but they do Church Under the Bridge. And this church is primarily, 90% homeless people, I would say, and volunteers. And so, what we've been seeing all week is, and what we've been trying to portray to y'all, is that homeless people, are compassionate. They give things within the community. They're busy. They have needs. To interact, to not ignore them. They're ignored. They support one another. They're faithful people, meaning people with faith and
they don't
Christ
have no
or
racial
whatever.
barriers.
No racial barriers. And so at this church service, we saw the culmination of all that. We saw every ethnicity. We saw men, women, children at this church service. We were doing praise and worship. Some of the homeless people were singing, putting out the chairs, and we just saw it all, and we saw the fellowship, and we saw the camaraderie, and
they were even giving offerings.
Right, they were giving offerings, and we saw that this church went to them, like I've reiterated over and over, is in all the facilities that we went to them, and they provided us an excellent service. We got excellent meals. We got a great shelter and a shower, and we got snacks. And that's what happens at the House of Hope. You come to us, you're going to get an excellent place to stay, and you're going to be taken care of. And we got a life recovery program. But these organizations like us don't go to the people and meet the people where they are and minister to them where they are and build a relationship with them where they are, and then say, hey, we have these resources, come to us. And these other organizations have these resources, go to them. And what do you need? And if we provide shelter and someone says, well, I need food, or I need food for the week, tell them where to get it, because you know where to get it. And we saw all that happen under the bridge. And they did an offering, and what touched me is, one, the pastor gets it because he gave them an opportunity to be blessed. The Bible says it's better to give than it is to receive. And homeless people, you know, are always on the receiving side. And so, you know, where it's just good, you know, and to help them and to bless them. But they want opportunities to do. Like I said, take the soap. When someone offers you something, take it. Well, this pastor gave them an opportunity to be blessed. And I saw men and women and children that I knew were homeless, that I've seen all week, go up and put, you know, $1 or $2 or $3 or $5
or a handful of change, maybe 50 cents,
or a handful of change, you know. And it broke me because I haven't gotten $1 the whole time I've been here, so I know how hard it is to get $1. I mean, when they put that $1 in, that $1 probably represented shame, you know, where they had to ask someone for $1, they had to ask someone for something, or someone gave them that $1, and that $1 could have been a whole host of things, and they were giving it. And I'm not talking about one person or two people. I'm talking about 20, 25 people.
I see more people at this homeless in this congregation give donations than I see in normal church.
Yeah, it was amazing. And so just so much love, so much the joy that you saw on people's faces. This one guy he had no socks. You know, you just knew that he was homeless. You knew that there was some kind of special something about him, you know, but he was just walking up and down and singing and praising the Lord, you know.
The whole time the man ain't sat down, man, just clapping. Every song came on, he knew the words, he was just singing, walking back and forth, just saying the words and just praising God, smiling, hugging. Special kind.
So we had the magic moment when we saw all that, and Beyond had his magic moment, and he was breaking down. He's had some things, you know. Beyond has never had a relationship with his father, and the message was about, you know, God our Father and that relationship, and just kindle some unresolved issues that Beyond's had in his life, and just strengthen our friendship. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know, I got it. I got the perspective that I was looking for. And I've been reading posts about my friends doing things. Hey, Brian, I did this, and hey, Brian, I dropped off this, and hey, Brian, I asked this person if they had a need, and I acted on what y'all are posting, and what y'all are posting is awesome. And so when I came into this project personally and with Beyond, I said, Beyond, what I want you to help me do is I want to change my perspective. I want to use what we do to help shape and change other people's perspective. But lastly, I want to take the resources that God used in my life to help me to climb out of my hole of addiction and when I lost everything, and I want to open them up to you to help you out of your situation. And when I came home from the addictions ministry 10 years ago, and I was 33 years old, and I didn't have a car, and I didn't have a house, and I didn't have a place to go, and I didn't have money, and I didn't have a job, and I had 4 felonies, and I was in this deep, deep hole. And all these people, all these friends and relatives and neighbors, you know, came to my aid, and a guy gave me a car, and I said, you know, you give me a car, but I can't pay the insurance. And he said, well, here, I'm going to pay 6 months of your insurance. And, you know, these missionary friends of ours from church said, hey, we're going to the mission field. We want you to rent our house. And I was like, well, we don't have the deposit, you know, and we can't afford, you know, what your house should rent for. And they said, well, don't pay a deposit, and we're going to reduce the amount. And I'd come home, and there'd be a $100 Walmart gift card, you know, on taped to my door, or there'd be a box of food outside my door, or someone would slip money into my wife's pocketbook when we were at my grandmother's. And it took an army of people to dig me out of the position that I was in. You know, I'm a recovering addict, 4 felonies. I don't have a job, you know, I'm coming back. And it took years and an army. And I said, you know what, Beyond, I want to take those resources. I don't have any money. You're no cash. I'm B-roke. I'm broke, you know. But I got resources. The same people that loved on me, I want y'all to love on this guy. And
I didn't put him up to this, y'all.
No.
I didn't put him up to this, y'all. So let me just clear the air, okay, everybody?
No, this has been my goal from day one. The difference between me and Beyond is we both have 4 felonies. I'm a recovering drug addict. He's a reformed drug dealer. You know, we're both in our 40s. He's black, I'm white. He's got children, I got children. The difference in our life is the resources that were available to me and haven't been available to him. And the fact that people wanted to help me, and the people that said that they wanted to help Beyond because of his talent wanted to help themselves with his talent.
And take advantage of it.
And take advantage. And you know what? The thing that gets me the most is I'm going home more. I'm going to be with my wife and my kids, and I'm going to be in my bed, and I'm going to be comfortable.
Don't do that, man.
And this guy is going right back to where I picked him up from. And he lives with his mom and 8 people in a 3-bedroom house, and his mom does the best that she can do for him with what she's got, you know. But he lives in a room smaller than my baby's room and sleeps on a couch. And he doesn't have stuff in his refrigerator because it ain't his refrigerator. And you can say what you want about, well, he's got a roof over his head, or he's got a this, or he's got that. But this guy came out and he lived on the streets with me for a week because I told him what I needed. But I also told him, I said, you know, the same people that loved on me, they're going to love on you, brother, because you're doing this. You know, you've given of yourself. You've been such a blessing. And I'm going to tell you, he needs transportation. He needs a place to stay. He needs an agent. This guy is talented. Y'all have all said he's talented. He needs an attorney who's going to watch his back because every deal that he's went into, someone's tried to screw him over, you know. And you can say what you want, but I don't believe in my heart that that Beyond's an $8 to $10 an hour guy with no future and no career. I think he's an amazing, talented guy with a story to tell, a heart for people that abounds, more of a heart than I've seen with other people. And I got paid this week. The House of Hope, you know, paid me while I was out on this endeavor. And we've given, you know, the film crew has paid Beyond for some of his time, nowhere near what he's worth. The film crew hasn't gotten paid what they're worth to bring this to y'all, to change, you know, how we look at homelessness. But I want y'all to help this guy out. I don't want to take him. I don't want to leave a project about homelessness and doing stuff for people that are homeless, you know, and go home and the one person who was there every step of the way, you know, that y'all been praying for and applauding, I'm going to drop him off in the same situation that he was in. And so I want to challenge y'all to help my brother Beyond, and just call me. You know me, you know my number. The people who know me, you know my number. People who don't, email me, brianbraddock@gmail.com, BryanBraddock@gmail.com. But let's help Beyond. Let's get him on his way. So, you know, one of his things is he wants to bring awareness to the homeless, and he wants to give back his excess to the homeless. He's got 3 children. His daughter just had a little one. His son's about to graduate. He just became a granddad. And I would have never done it without you, brother. I would have never done it.
Brady, man.
And my wife would have never let me do it without somebody with his character. My wife is a good judge. My wife's a good judge of character. I had Beyond over for lunch, and she said, "You gonna take care of him while he's out there?" And
I said, "I got it. I promise you. Don't worry."
And he's had me the whole way.
And we here. We about to come home tomorrow, y'all. We gotta wake up.
Yeah, and
I'm happy. I'm good.
And this just the start for me and the film crew. I want to show y'all the film crew. So Mr. Cole Petty.
What's up, everybody?
Cole's been with us every step of the way.
Yes, sir.
Chris, a.k.a. Hobie.
What's going on, everyone?
Yeah, we got Mike on the camera.
What's up?
Mike's been doing it to it. Chris Bernetti, he's been leading us. We got Holly's been doing some work with us. We got Steve Slack, a local guy who's been guiding us, and Tim, who's been kind of like our guy to the area. But listen, folks, this was one of the hardest weeks of my life. I've had one shower all week. I've worn the same clothes, the same boxers.
We smell bad as your worst bum that you would run from on the street.
Hey, if you come across a homeless guy and you're like, why does he smell so bad? Because he hadn't had a shower.
That's right.
You want to know what to give somebody? You know,
offer some soap.
Yeah, give them some soap. Better yet, you know, figure out a way to give them a shower. But
help them out of the hole.
Yeah. Let's love on this guy. You know, the easy way out is to, you know, send 25, 50, $100 his way. You know, you can do that through me. Make sure he gets it. That's the easy way that you can help him. But I want to ask more. I want you to open up your resources. You know people. There's somebody out there who's got a trailer that's empty, who's got an apartment above a garage that your child moved out of, that's got a condo that's empty, that's got a townhouse that's empty, with 2,000 to 3,000 people watching these go lives every day. Somebody's got a place for this guy to live for 6 to 12 months until he can get on his feet. And over the next 6 to 12 months, what we're going to be doing, he said, you know, Brian, you got a message to tell the churches. And I said, well, it'd be a shame to only give them half the message. You know, for me to come and tell a church about my experience without taking beyond would be selling them short. So we're just going to take this to the people, what we've learned to the people. But let's love on this guy. You know,
I love y'all.
Love on this guy, and let's show his 120,000 YouTubers who've been watching him struggle homeless for 5 years what we can do to impact his life. Not to show them up. He's had YouTube people show him a bunch of love, you know, throughout the years. But let's show them how much we appreciate him, how much we appreciate his talent, his willingness, his sacrifice, you know, for this project. And let's love on this guy. And by loving on him, we're going to communicate love to everyone who's been affected by him. And I'm telling you, things are going to change.
I haven't asked Brian for anything.
No, he hasn't,
since
y'all. I was trying to do this independently.
And I ain't asking y'all for nothing, but I will say that I appreciate everything. I'm grateful for all of y'all. Just good advice, whatever. Just pay it forward. The things that y'all see that we're doing here, if you can do nothing but help somebody in your neighborhood or some stranger in your area, man, I just say pay it forward, y'all. I appreciate y'all, man, and I'm grateful for this, Brian, man.
Well, and like I said, don't get hung up on the money. We all have resources. We all know people that can help people. Let's help him. All Beyond wants you to do is when you see someone who's homeless, don't give them no grief. Just ask them what they need, and if you can fulfill what they need, give it to them. If you can't, let them know you can't, and ask them if there's something else that you can do for them.
I call them my broke homies.
This is broke homies. Just love on people. That love is going to pass. The blessings are going to pass. You're going to receive way more intrinsic value than the $2 to $4 to $5 or the raincoat or the bottle of water or whatever you give. I'm telling you, this week has been the first week that I've given a homeless person food, money, you know, passed on stuff that's been given to me. And I'm coming out of this thing so blessed, so energized,
and
so
we got
motivated.
more to give homeless. We got quilts, we got pillows.
Yeah,
we got
everything that we've accumulated
now.
this week is going out to those, you know, people that have loved on us, and we're just going to pay it forward. But listen, we love y'all. Thank y'all.
Mr. Bill Campbell, to answer your question, no, he's not keeping his beard, buddy.
No.
We're getting a makeover on Monday or Tuesday.
My boy,
we'll let y'all see that too.
My boy Robert Watkins is going to clean me up. And that was a promise to Tracy that I'd shave my beard and not grow it back for 6 weeks. So
and I'm going to shave mine.
Get all cleaned up for you folks. But listen, we love you. Take some action, take some steps. Someone said give your email address again. It's Brian Braddock, BRYAN BRADDOCK @gmail.com. Do something now. Now's the time to do something.
To be better.
It would be awesome. Y'all want to see a video go viral? Somebody tell me where I can take this guy tomorrow and give him keys to a place that he can stay. And you'll touch the world. You want to go viral? If you got that ability, or that friend with that ability, or you know that person with that ability, let me leave here after church tomorrow and take him to his new place, and we will blow the minds of the people, the naysayers who say, you know, that black and white can't love each other and can't change, and people from different sides of the tracks can't change and do something, and homeless people and executive directors can't come together and change. The devil is a liar. That's the opportunity. I love you guys. It's BRYAN, whoever posted it.
And anybody who do anything for me, by me, with me, to me, it will be reciprocated. I know you ain't asking, and you shouldn't do nothing for anything in return, but I can guarantee you I will reciprocate back.
Amen. I love this guy. I've been curled up with him spooning for the last 6 weeks. I can't.
He exaggerated a little bit, y'all. He like to joke around, y'all. I told him to keep his flashlight in his pocket. You feel me?
Yeah. He's still got a rep he's got to maintain. I don't want to mess the man up.
Yeah, you can't do me like that. You know, pause. That's what you're supposed to say after that. Pause.
Yeah. Nah, he's been a great friend, and I'm excited to see.
My brother, man, this is my brother.
I'm excited to see how this journey unfolds and how people are impacted, and over the next 6 months, you know, someone come up to me and said, "Hey, Brian, I took the soap," or "Hey, Brian, I asked a homeless person what they needed, and look what happened. This is what happened," and it's just amazing. But
hey, why don't we just try to do something? Logo that we got, and let's try to get us a certain amount of shirts.
Take the soap.
Take the soap on a T-shirt,
or hashtag take the soap,
and then y'all get involved with our take the soap movement. Yeah, and post take the soap. Take the soap just means when people is offering you something, take it, because God blesses the cheerful giver. Right. And if they're giving it to you cheerfully,
take it.
They're receiving a blessing from God. So if you don't take it, it's like you're blocking their blessing. Right. So take the soap.
And, you know, you hear people say, you want to know how someone is, walk a mile in their shoes. Well, I walked about 40 miles. You can look on that little tracker.
Yeah, we didn't add 10 more to it.
Yeah, we walked 5 miles today. And homeless people are busy. You know, people have been saying, "Hey, Brian, why haven't you done this live or done this on the internet, or we're waiting to hear from you," or blah, blah, blah. Listen, we have woken up at 7 o'clock or earlier every day. We're not getting to sleep until 11. When we wake up, we got to figure out where we're going to use the restroom. I'm not going to tell you where I used it this morning. Where we're going to get something to eat. Where we're going to get something for dinner. What are we going to do? How are we going to get there? We have walked everywhere we've gone.
We don't know where we're going. We got to find directions. We got to find the place that we're going to plug our phones up at. We got to find everything. So it's like we busy, and y'all probably thinking we're not busy, but listen, man, this week right here has been a floozy. I'm going to tell you. But
a doozy.
A doozy, a floozy, or whatever you want to.
We could sell Peter Postic mattresses.
We going to make that brand of mattresses Peter Postic. You feel me? But listen, y'all, I enjoyed myself out here. It was a struggle. It was a task. But it was very much worth it. And in the end, y'all, I'm telling you, I've been blessed. And guess what? I used to run around all the time saying, you know, I ain't had no daddy. You know, my dad ain't been in my life. And I would say it in like a tough kind of macho way, like I ain't had no daddy. But on the inside, I'm really hurt about it, because it's almost like I didn't have a dad. Everybody got a dad. You know what I'm saying? The dad taught him how to do things, how to play ball, how to do this. So it's like all my life I would bottle this thing in. And today the pastor was preaching about Abba, Father, in the Bible. This was his message, Abba, Father. And he was telling the whole congregation that we all have a father. And he was saying things like Jesus and God will adopt you, you know, and have a new life, be born again. If you don't like the life of whoever the parents you was born to, get born again. And it was
get a new father.
That's right, get a new father in Christ and have a new family and Christians and all this. And I was like, why this message? And I got it. The message was for everybody, but it was for me. And then I also asked the guy to pray for my brother, Brian, because Brian lost his mom last week. Lo and behold, we found out the minister lost his mom on this same day, St. Patrick's Day. And he said his mom died from what did he say? Heartbreak. Because he was locked up in prison. Well, that resonated. He was praying for Brian and telling Brian that, but that resonated with me as well, because the female who raised me, which is my grandmother, all my life, I got locked up in prison, and she died while I was in prison, her and my grandfather. And so when I came home, that's one of the main reasons why I fell on hard times, because my grandmother loved me with all her heart. She would have never let anything happen to her baby, but she wasn't here when I came home. So that was near and dear to my heart. I know it touched Brian, it touched me. Man, we had a wonderful time today, and we left it all at the altar. We went up, we got prayed for. I mean, everybody in the church touched us, prayed for us. They hugged us. They knew we were different people. They knew something was up with this movement. And I just want to say, I left it all at the altar. And I appreciate all of y'all, man. I enjoyed this experience. I'm glad you invited me out here with you, brother. I love you back, man. Peace and love. You know what it is.
Hey, this is the end of the Unsheltered with No Cash experience, but it's not the end of what we're doing.
That's right. It's a lifetime, man. Today is the first day of the rest of our lives
We
together.
love you. We'll be checking in, and we'll see you, and be seeing you over the weeks to come. Take care.
Peace and love. I'll holler. Once again, it's the homie No Cash signing off with a big 10-4 over and out. Peace and love.